Hey, what's good, everybody? So Muddy Puddles, right? All right, so Muddy Puddles. Muddy Puddles, it's a song I did. I mean, it's an instrumental, really, but I added some stuff to it, right? So, I came up with it. I started messing with this new music stuff, so I got all excited, and I had made this other beat, and then, I just kept going, and when I made this beat, I knew it was something special to it. I was feeling it, like I woke up after I had pretty much finished the beat. I woke up the next morning, and it was the first thing that popped in my head. Like, right away I started tweaking it, like making sure just the last little things to finish it. And I had fallen asleep watching Friends, which is funny because it was on Nickelodeon. I didn't realize it. I just saw Friends. I left it on there, and I fell asleep watching it. And when I woke up, it was a cartoon. And it's funny, like I said, because it was on Nickelodeon, and Friends is a pretty adult show if you've never listened to the comedy in it, right? It's like I don't think when I was growing up they would have put a show like Friends on Nickelodeon, but that's neither here nor there, right? So anyways, back to the song. So there was this cartoon playing, and it's going perfectly with the music, and it just gets me, right? And it's this scene or this clip where this girl, her and her brother are jumping in muddy puddles, this and that, and like the little boy's gonna jump in, but the sister snatches him in midair, and she's like, wait, like I gotta see if it's safe first, so she just jumps in, like, no, without giving it a second thought, right? And then the kids crying, all this thing kind of hit me, like basically reminded me of my brother, right? Like since he passed away, it almost felt like, he had to go first to make sure it was good, right? So I'm just cutting to the chase, right? Like that's how deep it got. It all hit me like boom, boom, boom. Like the music's playing, this, like you're hearing, the little kid crying, the older sister protecting her, and it was like that sibling love, right? But it's not just that love that a sibling would put their life without a second thought, like, well, let me see if it's safe first, like just jumping in, like no second thought to it, right? Willing to risk their life if it means keeping their younger sibling safe, right? Or sibling in general, and it even, it could apply to parents, to whatever, friends, so it's just that deep, And then I thought about it too, like, not just my situation, even though for me, it hit me in my situation, but also, there's there was a little girl that pushed these two toddlers out the way. I think she was 10 years old. She passed away when the car rolled and it hit her. I know a little boy that saved his sister when she fell through ice, and he died rescuing his sister. Then on the flip side, there was a girl that rescued her little brother falling through the ice, and she rescued him, but she died. So all that stuff just boom, 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 boom. Like it got really emotional, right? But especially because of my brother. But let me tell you, like the deeper meaning to it for me. So, before my brother passed away, like 9 months before he passed away, I had a dream. And in the dream, I come out of, like, it was like I was in nature, but there was this tent, and I came out, and I'm just like crying, like ridiculously. My whole face is filled with tears, and then I'm walking in the mud, right? And I'm walking in the mud. It's all like, muddy puddles, right? And then my brother comes, and I turn so he won't see me, And when I woke up, I had all the tears running down my face. I had that distorted, like if I was crying, like I woke up like that with my face all like that, like almost like feeling it, like almost like hurting from the crying I was doing. And so, for anyone that doesn't know who I am, like I've always been spiritually in tune, right? So that's even my relationships now, right? Most of the people I talk to, it's really, medicine men, medicine women, shamans, people that are spiritually in tune. That's like my people I talk to, right? That's who I connect with and all that stuff. Or just people that are starting their process, but they're very aware. So I had already had over the years people tell me that of this kind of cataclysmic event, and I don't want to say this. I probably never talked about this because I didn't want to scare people, right? But I thought that that's what had happened. In the dream, I was like, when I woke up, I was like, damn, is it finally gonna happen? Like, did half the population just die or something? Because that was the pain, right? And in the dream, it was just my brother there. But then 9 months later, when he passed away, after he passed away, I went up, I spent all my time in the mountains and in like these hills, right? And I think that day, it was the first day I went to the hills and I was letting it out, making sounds I didn't even know human beings could make, right? In agony. And I remember I looked down and I was stepping in mud, like muddy puddles, right? And then it hit me, the dream. I was like, it wasn't half the world. My brother was there because he was the one that had passed away. It wasn't like half the world or something. But that's how the pain felt, right? In real life, even. But that was that was the pain, right? So when I made that instrumental and then the thing and they're jumping in the puddles, I didn't even know yet till the next day when I finished. Like, I had it again. I was listening to it and already it had hit me. Then I remembered all that, the dream and when he passed away, everything, and then, for all this to come together, like, a couple years after, it even made that dream even mean more, right? Like, so it was just a very healing song. It still is. Like, I can't even tell you how many times I already heard this instrumental. So I added this stuff to it, like to kind of drive the point. I was just gonna put it out as an instrumental without any voices in it, but this explains, what I was like, where I was at mentally, So hopefully, I know there's a lot of stuff I left out. There's even more to it, right? Like because my brother did save my life, even other things in life, like he was in the military, and at first, like, he kind of bugged me to go. And people would say dumb things like, not dumb things, because I guess it was kind of like when he recruited me to go to the, to the Marines, like, people were like, oh man, you gotta be heartless to recruit your own brother. But he actually saved my life, right? That was the changing point. That was one of the changing points in my life that sent me in a whole nother direction. You know what I mean? So he saved my life. And so, yeah, it was like that whole thing, right? So that's what Muddy Puddles is about. Like, I won't make this too long. I mean, it's already long, but anyone that has a sibling or has hopefully not lost, but so I just add this last part. So I was blessed that a week after my brother passed away, there was a ceremony, right? So I went and I told the elder what had happened. And he kind of dedicated part of the ceremony to my brother and helping me heal. And so, I shared that. And there was someone even there that said that they hadn't talked to their brother. I think it was their brother, their sibling, either way. And hearing about my experience made them want to reach out. So it's that, like, it's sad to think that some people, like, they'll go years or something in these kind of feuds, like with the sibling, and then, like me, luckily I was on good terms with my brother, when he passed. And even that, right? Like, even the song, when I finished it, it was 116 megabytes, right? 116. That's how it finished. Once I added the voice and everything, and the last day I spent with him was on 116, right? So there just kept being all these deep meanings to this song, and it's just an instrumental, but it's just, for me, it's like the most perfect instrumental. Like, it vibrated with me, right? And then there was this whole spiritual experience. I can't even tell you, like, it was like in my third eye, poof, like, I'm okay. Damn, I'll say this last thing. So, like, they've always talked about how, contacting other beings and this and that, like, numbers, right? Like how people talk about angel numbers and this and that. But see, even music, right? Music, like, is really the language, right? The language that knows no bounds, because music, how they say, like, solids vibrate at a certain frequency, air at a certain frequency, and water, like all these three vibrate at different rates or whatever. So that's all it is, right? Vibrations, and that's how, you know, like animals, that's how they communicate. Just instincts. They know. They could feel. Just like a dog will know if you're afraid or if you pose a threat. I remember my dog snapped at someone once, and she saved me because like that dog was probably gonna attack me, but my dog sensed it. Like she just knew, and she struck first, right? Like, so there's things like that, like vibrations, right? So anyway, sound, like that's how I felt. Like if some beings from another place heard that song, that they would know my whole story, like in those notes and frequencies and vibrations, like I'm telling my story. You know what I mean? Like they would know just by listening to it. That's how I felt. Like I wouldn't need to say any words. Like that's all they would need to do is feel these vibrations in this song, and they would know. You know, like everything. And so that's what it made me realize. Again, it reconnected me back with the music. You know, I hadn't felt that kind of connection to music in a while. So like I said, that's why I felt like, you know, I want to go deeper into it, but you know, this is long enough. It was really deep though. I'm just saying, it was a whole spiritual experience where I felt connected to something else. Like something else. I literally felt connected to something else. You know what I mean? A lot of other things. Like it was insane. Like the energy that sent off, right? So I'll just leave it at that. Hope you guys enjoy it. You know, at the end of the day, I know it was meant for me, but I'm hoping that other people feel what I was feeling in that sense, you know. I know, like, to me already, like, as long as the one person already connects with it, I feel like I did my job in being the vessel to bring that into this physical reality. But, you know, my nephew, I played it for him, and right away, like, as he was driving off, like, he was texting me, like, he was looking at that album that I just released in the Kia G, and he was looking for it, and I told him, oh, no, it's not out yet. And so I decided to put it out as a single, you know, because I was going to wait for an instrumental album down the line, but I was like, you know what? I like this song this much. It's special. There's something to this that I just had to let it out. So I know I talk way too much, and I know I could keep going. I could probably make this over 20 minutes long because there was so many other little things and spiritual aspects. I just don't want to keep on dragging this out. So once again, hope you enjoy, and you know, that's Muddy Puddles. All right, thank you.